Why do I do it? That's what Alan Thompson started asking himself. He'd been teaching for about 11 years. He was tired. He didn't have the energy that he used to. I think we can all understand how that feels. So he was sitting at the front of the classroom. It was about 4 o'clock. Students had already left. He was working on some lesson plans for the next week, and he just thought, I have to make it exciting. I have to keep it interesting for the kids as well as for me. Nothing was coming to him. And as he sat there, he heard a light knock on the door and a deep voice say, "Mr. Thompson, am I bothering you?" Alan looked at the door, and there was a tall, dark-haired, handsome, well-built young man, 19, 20 years old. And the young man started walking towards him, but Thompson didn't see a 20-year-old. He saw a 10-year-old. He saw a 10-year-old student with tears in his eyes, crying. A's on report, Mr. Thompson, A's? Before Alan could say anything, the young man smiled and said, "It's Yusuf." When Alan had started teaching, he had a tough gig. He was teaching special ed, specifically learning disabled, grade 4, 5, and 6. These were students that were at least 4 years behind in either language or math or both. Tough way to start a new profession, because this was his second career. And as he looked at this young man, he just thought back. He remembered Yusuf. It was hard to forget him. Very sweet boy. Had a lot of challenges, as did a lot of his students. They could be academic, they could be socioeconomic, familial obligations, cultural obligations, pressures. Nothing that an 8, a 9, a 10-year-old should ever have to face, but they did. Yusuf had the added challenge of his sister being a straight A student at another school. And the parents expected him to be the same, but he wasn't. He was Yusuf. The kid tried so hard, never gave up, and you could still see him crying on the second report card. A's this time, Mr. Thompson, A's? Yusuf, you got an A in drama and in art and in music. You got A's. No, A's, Mr. Thompson. So when Alan got up, the two of them just gave each other a brief hug. It is so great to see you again, Yusuf. How are you? It's been a long time. What are you doing? What are you up to? An innocuous enough question. Nothing prepared him for the answer. Oh, I just finished first year engineering. It was all Alan could do to keep his emotions in check. And he just looked at him and he said, wow, that is so great to hear. And he said, well, I just wanted to come back and let you know how it went and to thank you. And Alan looked at him and said, for what? You believed in me when nobody else did. You were there through those tough years where I needed somebody to support me, and you did that for me. Again, it was all Alan could do to keep it together. And he just looked at him and he said, I didn't do anything. This was you. This was your hard work, your determination. I always told you, you can do this. And Yusuf just looked at him and he said, yeah, I know, but I just wanted to let you know how much all of that meant to me. And I don't know if I'd even be here if it weren't for you. What's Alan supposed to say to that? So he just looked at him and he smiled and he said, thanks. You've made my day. I was having a tough time, but I gotta say, you just made my day. Yusuf looked at Alan and he said, like I said, I just wanted to come back and thank you, but I'm sorry, I do have to run. but it's been really nice seeing you again, Mr. Thompson. So they stood and they shook hands. Yusuf walked to the door. Alan watched him go. And just as he left, he kind of turned around and smiled at Alan and just a little wave goodbye. Alan sat down at his desk, and suddenly, lesson plans didn't seem so important anymore. And he just looked and said, "That's why I do it." He turned off his computer, packed his bag, walked out of the car, looked up, and suddenly it was a sunnier day. It was a brighter day. And Alan said once again, "That's why I do it." Thanks, everyone.